Alright guys and girls, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make Asian tea. Now about 2 years ago, my physics class erupted into a huge, massive debate about how to make tea properly. We were talking about conductors of heat, and obviously if you want to boil water, you need a good conductor so that it boils quicker. Now, here's how tea is typically made, and then I'll show you how to make it properly. Okay, so I've got a kettle here, and I'm just going to switch the kettle on to bring the water to its boiling point. I've got my tea bag in the cup, and this is what typically people do when they are making some tea. So obviously we're going to wait for the water to reach its boiling point, which is 100 degrees Celsius. And it's switched off, so it's done. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this boiling water and put it into the cup, and that will make... Now if you guys actually thought I was going to put the boiling water into the tea bag, you obviously weren't in my physics class. That is not how you make tea. That is how you make soupy water. And I'm not making soupy water. Nobody in the world should be making soupy water. So now, time to rescue that tea bag. Right, don't worry, little tea bag. And time to rescue the tea bag and make some proper Asian tea. Okay, so what you need for this is a saucepan and some water. Now, obviously, the more tea you're going to make, the more water you'll need. Now, I like it really milky, so I'm going to add more milk to it. But so far, I'm just making it for 1 or 2 people, so all you need is 1 or 2 tea bags. And you're going to switch on the heat, right? So yeah, it's a bit more expensive because, you know, you got your gas working, you're causing a bit more global warming. But for this, global warming is worth it. The more tea bags you add, obviously the stronger the tea itself would be. And what you're going to do is you're going to wait for the tea colouring to come out, and you're going to let it come to a boil. So you're waiting for that boiling point again. Now obviously this metal bit is the conductor, so it's going to conduct the heat, bring the tea to a boiling point. Now I actually said in my physics class that I asked the students a question, how do you cook your tea? And they started laughing like, you don't cook tea. But obviously if you're Asian, you cook your tea. That's how you make tea. There is no other way. If you want proper tea, you cook your tea. We don't want soupy water. No more soupy water, guys. Now here it's coming to a boil, but we want it to really boil over. So that's coming to a boil quite nicely. So now we can take our milk. In this case I'm using semi-skimmed milk, but whatever milk. Now the milk you add to taste. I like it really milky, and I think everyone should have as much milk as possible because it is delicious that way. So I'm going to add the milk, right, and until it becomes creamy. Now obviously if you want less milk, you add less milk. So I know people that drink it like about that much, right? So I mean obviously the colour will change, you just mix it around if you want, but I want it really milky anyway, so I'm going to add more milk. So beautiful milky colour. Now at this point you can add your flavorings. Okay, I've run out of flavorings, but you can add cardamom seeds. But if you're going to add the cardamom seeds, then you need to crush it, or you can add cinnamon sticks to it, or you can add both at the same time. It really adds to the flavour, really nice delicious flavours. So we're just going to once again wait for the tea to come to a boil, but we're not going to switch off the gas at that point. I'll show you what we're going to do once it does come to a boil. Talk some more science. So obviously this is metal, which is a good conductor of heat, so that's brilliant. And this side is wooden because it's a poor conductor of heat. So that way you can hold this and you won't get burnt. If you touch this area, you're going to get burnt because obviously you've got good conduction of heat. It is very hot, people. So yeah, you can see there are some bubbles forming around the sides. We want it to bubble fully and boil fully and actually rise. once it starts to rise, what you're going to do is you're going to turn the heat down. You don't want to turn the heat off because we still need to cook the milk. The milk, even though it's boiled, it's not cooked. There's the key word, cooked, as well. So we need to turn the heat down, all the way down, and just let it simmer. But let's watch it boil first. And just to show you what it looks like when it does boil, so you don't get scared. See, it's boiling and it's rising. It's rising. It can rise all the way, obviously. Make sure that it doesn't spill over. But let it rise as much as it wants. Beautiful. This is Asian tea, guys. This is what it's all about. So it's still rising. We're not afraid. It's all good in the hood. So that's that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to lower the heat so it's on the lowest heat, and I'm just going to let it simmer for about a minute or two, and that'll cook the milk nicely. And there you have it, guys and girls. It is Asian tea, nicely presented into cups. Just pour it in and then add sugar or saccharine or whatever it is that you take to taste. Okay, so that's one, and that is, ooh, tricky holding the camera and doing this. Two amazing cups of Asian tea. Add sugar to taste. Those tea bags are very, very happy that they did not turn into soupy water. So now that you know how to make Asian tea, there's no excuse to make soupy water anymore. Treat your parents, treat your brother, treat your sister, your uncle, your aunties, whoever it might be, your dog, your dog's puppies, your cat, your neighbor's dogs, whatever it is, Asian tea all the way now. No excuses.